Before we get into today's video, if you are from the Vancouver area, you guys have been asking this for quite some time. Very excited to announce an upcoming meet and greet. We're actually partnering up with Blossom. We're doing the Investor Social Vancouver, and sneak peek, this summer, we're going Calgary, Montreal, Toronto. For those of you that always ask, we never show love to people on the East Coast. We're obviously from Vancouver here. But yeah, event coming Monday, May 29th. There is only 100 tickets for the venue we secured, which is the Loft Earls. Very
downtown, Yaletown.
So nice. I was there for a bar mitzvah once.
Yeah, actually, I was there as well. Yes.
Yeah, that was random. Yeah.
Good location.
Amazing location, food, drink included, drink ticket, maybe a couple drink tickets. It's going to be an absolute blast. There's going to be ourselves there.
We'll be there.
Max, obviously from Blossom, Canadian in a t-shirt. If you are, following the YouTube space, he's flying out from Toronto. A number of other
Humble Trader,
Financial Nirvana. We got a bunch of influencers, creators coming out. It's going to be a blast, and should be a really cool event for those that are interested to come hang out with us for the evening.
And it's in a trendy place. You guys are pretty young, but for those of you who think maybe it's for the younger crowd, I'm going to be there. So if you are a more mature person like me, come and hang out with me.
All ages welcome, and It should be a blast of an evening. There are only 100 tickets, just the venue size, and I'm quite confident this will sell out. Between our audience and Blossom's audience, 18,000 users who are very excited to come out, Canadian T-shirts audience, if you guys would like to spend the night with us, I very highly encourage you to get some tickets. There's links down below. It should be well worth what it's worth, and it should be an absolute blast.
Look forward to meeting a lot of you.
But today, long-awaited video. I'll let you introduce it here, Dad, because you compiled up a lot of the data, because you're better at that.
Well, as you regular followers know, we do have our stock battle series that we periodically do, where we pit each other off, each pick a stock, and go over why we think it's a bear case or a bull case for that particular moment in time. And as the series evolved, we pinpointed a 1 year time frame, a one year time period, so that we can actually declare a winner. And we encourage all of our subscribers, all of our viewers to vote each time. So we are going to go right back to day one, battle one, and compile the record. And it is very fascinating to see how this has shaped up. And so for each battle, we'll pick whether Brandon or I won. We will pick, or we will highlight which got the most votes.
Let's just get into it because they'll understand as we're going through.
All right, sounds good. Well, let's start back to March 2nd, 2021, when we did our first battle. So I chose Costco as my company, and you chose Meta. It was Facebook back in the day, I believe.
I'm sure it was Facebook still at the time. Yeah. So that was over 2 years ago now.
Over 2 years ago. And we can see on this screen right here, 53 of you voted for Costco. For my pick, 11 voted for Meta. So quite a landslide there. Let's look at the 1 year number. So what happened from March 2nd, 2021 to March 2nd, 2022? Well, clearly you made the right selection because Facebook absolutely decimated Meta during that time frame.
However, Meta is going on a bit of a run now for those watching.
Yes, and initially, we didn't have the 1 year time frame. We just thought pick a stock, right? But for this to work, we kind of narrowed it down.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do for those picks that have been more than a year ago, we're going to show the 1 year number, declare the winner, and then we're going to show what's happened year to date, because that's happened since then, because that's also important. So we can see by this slide here, Brandon, that Meta is definitely closing the gap. So interesting chart, right? And
you did clearly win this one, though, because I know Meta, just looking at this chart, fell off a cliff.
Yes.
And Costco, meanwhile, has just been steady Eddie trucking along. So
when we look at the tally here, Mark, green check. So I'm 1-0 after the first round. Brandon is 0-1. And the subscribers, welcome, 1-0 on that one as well, right?
So the subscribers, it's the popular vote for the subscribers.
Popular vote for the subscribers, yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So,
really
put some thought into the company that you vote for. So
cool.
March 25th, 2021. My pick was CVS Pharmacy. Brandon's pick was Alibaba Group. And a little bit closer in the votes here.
I'm surprised actually we got so many votes for Alibaba, just given how much some people hate Alibaba.
Yeah, well, I think you gave probably a pretty good presentation, but 45 votes for CVS, 33 votes for Alibaba. The results in year one, well, hey, CVS. CVS, a strong 46% up, and then, of course, Alibaba hit a rough patch in there as well, 50% down, as you can see from here.
I'm not really liking doing this video here, Dad.
I know. For those of you who are tuning out, stay tuned, because it does tighten up as we go deeper into the competition here. But since then, you can see CVS has fallen back, and Alibaba has closed the gap significantly there. But let's go right to the results.
I think Baba's just ready to make its run.
We'll see how that goes.
3 years later.
You're welcome to use it in another stock battle. updated. So CVS picks there. The subscribers picked CVS in this one. So 2-0 for the subscribers. So good job from your end.
0-2. Well, hey, let's move on to the next one. This goes back to May 7th, 2021. Mark, you picked Suncor with 26 votes. And I actually won the popular vote here, barely. But I did win the popular vote
With CNR.
With CNR.
What happened?
Let's take a look at the results.
1 year number, Suncor up 76%. CNR had not a bad year. But
Suncor had a better year.
it's kind of like I don't watch UFC, but there's got to be like one of those spinning kicks or something where, boom, it's over in a hurry.
Like a Leon Edwards, boom, head kick, bang.
So results here, actually, we can see how it's narrowed the gap here. Suncor up 52, CNR up 21. Since then, that's narrowing, but the viewers here picked CNR. So
first three battles were, I'm 0-3, you're 3-0.
and the viewers are 2-1. Now, we also had a competition on May the 28th, 2021. I picked Microsoft, and you went with a more aggressive pick, Algonquin, and you were definitely the crowd favorite.
You know what? This is blocked out of my memory because I don't remember talking about Algonquin. I guess I did, and I guess that's why a lot of you guys, I get these comments asking, do an update, do an update, do an update. I said I never talked about Algonquin. I guess it was maybe over 2 years ago, but...
It was 2 years ago, and it was in a battle, so you picked it based on whatever was happening at that particular time. So, 1 year number.
Yeah, we know how this story plays
Microsoft
out.
and Algonquin.
Oh, this is not too bad, actually.
Oh, through the 1 year number, actually, it's not too bad. Microsoft does win the competition, but Algonquin did okay during that time. If we just flip to sort of since then, we can see right around, there's a big drop off there. Obviously, where everybody's aware of their problems there. But
wait, sorry. So fill me in. So we have a 1 year number from May 28th. Algonquin up 4.6%.
Yep.
Microsoft up 11.
Yeah.
And this is to date. I
That's
see.
to
Okay,
date.
gotcha.
Yeah.
And that's obviously not been good.
So the to date is more for interest's sake. It doesn't factor into the competition at all. That's a 1 year hard fixed number, but it does. It's interesting to see how, as our regular subscribers know, we don't typically pick companies for a year. We pick long-term buy and holds.
In this case, I would have rather picked it for a year.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it still would have lost, but it would have been closer at least. So tally him up. Mark goes 4-0 at that point.
And the subscribers definitely
loved Algonquin back in the day.
Yeah, strangely enough.
Love-hate relationship. So
not
2
so
and
much
2.
now, I think.
Not so much now. So fifth battle was July 3rd, 2021.
This is not looking good.
It's not looking good for you now, but look at the company I picked back in July 3rd, 2021. This was something where I strayed from my normal valuation metrics, and I picked a bit of a flyer, and I haven't reviewed the video, but I'm pretty sure I was talking about maybe a turnaround opportunity. I picked Bosch Healthcare, you picked British American Tobacco, and clearly, look at the votes, 35-8. The viewers like you, and the viewers were bang on.
That just goes to show how bad your pick was. If they're picking a tobacco, they're settling for the tobacco company.
So
that
true,
they're
right?
not willing to vote for yours.
And actually, a lot of people in the comments would have voted for BTI if it wasn't in the tobacco industry. A lot of people, ethically don't want to invest in certain industries. So you won that competition. The popular vote won crazy. And look at Bosch. I mean, the turnaround has not occurred. Clearly, you're down 70% in that first year.
it turned around the wrong way.
Timing was bad. So BTI wins that. When we see, even if we stretch it out to today, BTI still winning, Bosch way behind, and the scoreboard.
On the board,
On
baby.
the board. The big 1 and 4 with the green check mark there, and the subscribers picked BTI as well, so they go to 3 and 2. September 20th.
Let me speak for a little bit.
Yeah,
here.
you go ahead and speak here.
So you went with Merck
Yes.
with 45 votes. I went with old classic reliable Amazon with 47.
That's right.
So I did win the popular vote. These are like picking straws though. When you see that's basically an even vote, but I mean we have to give it to somebody.
They are even, but yeah, we got to go by.
Yeah, by the rules.
I don't think we can have a. Well, I guess we could have a draw if the viewers.
Well, I guess the viewers can assess. Maybe they remember when we posted the video, and they'll be like, "Oh, which one did I vote for?" And then you'll know, just intuitively which one you picked. But in terms of the results, there you go. Merck up 23%.
Back in the W column. Nice.
Merck up 24%. Solid return there over a 1 year period, and Amazon down 27%. So another loser. I'm picking all the losers for some reason.
Well, since then, you are, I don't know if are you narrowing the gap or not? Not really, I guess. In fact, I think I might be widening it technically because Merck's up 70%.
We might just not post this video, Dad.
Yeah, we can just edit all of it out, except for the fourth pick, I think it was, right?
Scoreboard. Scoreboard. 5-1 for Mark. 1-5 for Brandon. And the viewers break even at 3-3 with the popular vote.
Correct. Now, I love this next battle, Brandon. We both picked a Latin American company.
Oh, cool.
And that was kind of by fluke, but I guess it's an area we're watching at the time. So November 8th, 2021, I picked Coca-Cola FEMSA, which is the subsidiary, bottling company of Coca-Cola. You picked Mercado Libre. And the votes here were pretty decisive as well. Not that many votes in this case, 19-7, but the victor was declared there. And when we look at the 1 year number, the audience again knows best. And KOF up 26% roughly, Melly down about 45%.
It's almost like you used to do this for a living or something, Dad, hey?
Yeah, you know what? Maybe I should have been an investment advisor when I was working. But anyway, it's too late now.
63%. That's a strong return from a stock that's very, like, nobody knows I didn't know Coca-Cola FEMSA until you talked about it.
Right. Yeah, it's one of those hidden
so that's
gems,
a
maybe.
cool little idea that hopefully we provide with the audience in Mercado Libre also.
I did like in this video, I remember a lot of comments from our Latin American audience. So that was kind of cool because, oh yeah, they're all over the place here. And
it's always cool when we post a video and then you get actual viewers that are in the area or have that real experience that share kind of on the boots on the ground type of thoughts.
It's nice. So scoreboard, 6-1 for me, 1-6 for you. The audience got that one correct. So they go into a positive winning position at 4-3. And now, if you want to start editing at this point and cutting the rest of this out, if we've gone too long, go ahead and should we just stop it now?
Yeah. Welcome to the video, everybody. Let's do a stock review of our battles. It's going to be good.
January 24th, 2022. I picked TRI, Thomson Reuters, and Brandon, you picked Brookfield. The audience sided with you.
And very minimal votes on this one. 17 votes, I guess. Maybe it was
24 votes altogether, 17 for you. So,
but in comparison, some of the other ones had, what was I looking at? You know, I guess they were all similar amount. Like
there's some big ones.
Some had 100 votes total, but this was a smaller one for sure.
We'd like to encourage more votes because that it makes it more exciting for us as well. The more pressure on us for the following video. But when we look at the 1 year numbers here, we can see TRI is up 10% over that time period, and Brookfield down 18%. I guess actually,
I thought you said I was.
Yeah, no, it's coming up a little bit later, so just sit tight. Hold on to your britches there, young man. But no, I thought this is where you turned the corner. Not quite yet. Now, it's a different featured chart here.
Yeah.
And Brandon, what's the company that we used for this?
This is from Braden. I know him by Braden. He runs the Canadian Investor Podcast, or something along the lines of that. But super valuable podcast for those that listen. TCI, I think, is the Canadian Investor Podcast, and very, very good podcast. Really bright young guy. I don't know how young he is, but looks young. And this is his platform, Stratosphere, which I use as part of my research.
Yeah, stratosphere.io. And the reason I use this, we usually use the Coifin charts, but pretty much everything I looked at, because Brookfield had that corporate restructuring in January of this year, nothing shows the history beyond that, where Stratosphere does. So shout out to this platform. But when we go straight to, I don't think we have a year here yet, do we? We do have a year here. I'm not sure why I don't have the year to date. Oh, I don't have the year to date because of the challenges getting that getting the date of the chart.
But nevertheless, overall scoreboard, you move up to 7-1.
And the audience goes 4-4, 50% on that. So this is where we can cut off the video if you want. Let's go to the next battle, October 17th, 2022. So now we're into the less than a year category. I picked Realty Income Corp. So the ticker is O. Brandon picked Nike. And wow, the audience really went with me on 40 votes here versus 11 for you.
You picked wrong.
Picked wrong. I did. The audience did. As of today, as of now, Nike up 43%. O up 7.5% roughly. But Brandon, a solid lead. Correct?
Lead?
Because, lead at this point.
Sorry, I don't know what you mean by that.
Well, because we have to go to October 17th, 2023 to declare the winner. So you are in the lead at this point. So if we go to the scoreboard, you'll notice that the numbers are written in red.
You couldn't give me one?
And actually, I couldn't. You're on there. You're in the leading position.
You got a little asterisk beside my
It's an asterisk because you know what? It's like round 13 of a 15-round heavyweight battle. You just can't. You never know. There could be a knockout blow at some point here. So, yes.
Nevertheless, Nike's done well. Realty's up 7%. You can't. That's nothing to complain about. But It's no Nike.
No Nike. So, February 27th.
And Nike was one that I actually bought. So a lot of these stocks, as a lot of you guys know, or maybe
Battle
may not,
stocks.
battle stocks. I mean, I don't own a bunch of these companies,
Yeah.
right? There are ones that we throw out for ideas and whatnot, but a handful of them I do own. And Nike was one that I did buy probably pretty close to this battle. So
I'm glad I
been a
didn't
really
buy
good
Bosch.
Yeah. Yep. That's
February
for sure.
27th, a couple of months ago, we had a battle on 2023, and I picked Pfizer, and Brandon, you went back to Brookfield following the structural change, all right? And you doubled my votes. You had 39 votes versus my 20 from the viewers. And look at those numbers today. You are technically, you get that red numbers, and so we'll see how it plays out. Both are slightly in the negative territory. Brookfield down 4%. Pfizer down 4.35%. And you can see by the chart.
I'd call that a draw, but I'll take what I can get at this point.
You take what you can get at this point. The scorecard will bring us up to date. That takes me to 7-3, you to 3-7, and the audience back to 500 with a 5-5 score there.
Funny, the audience is really even through the entire way through. Like, we personally had, big sways, but the audience vote has
Pretty
been
even, which shows
Yeah.
you they're not just voting for me or just voting for you. And so they're
true.
putting some thought behind it as well.
Good point.
March 12th, 2023, we did a stock battle. I picked Muller Industries and you picked Cisco Systems. And look at the votes.
Wow.
I went back and double checked those votes because I couldn't believe that it was so such a landslide.
2 subscribers. Come on.
Show Brandon the love next time.
Who was it? I know I can pinpoint which 2 it was, but
But Muller was 30-2. If we look at the results today, Cisco is in the lead. And I stress the lead because you're at 0.06%. Muller down 3.24% in the first couple of months of the competition. So let's see how this plays out. The scorecard, as indicated in red, is the updated numbers 7 and 4 for me, 4 and 7 for you.
yes.
And the audience slips back into negative territory with a 5-win and 6-loss record.
Ooh. Well, here we're coming to the final pick. This was just a week ago, so
Yeah.
I guess the data doesn't tell us all too much.
But you're going to like the data here, but it doesn't tell us much yet. Look at the votes, eh?
I didn't realize we had this many votes for this one, but 53 votes coming in for Lazy Boy, what you called me,
Yes, I did.
and only 11
Maybe
for
that's why I got the votes, although I did lose one. One comment said, I would have picked for you, but because you called Brandon lazy when he was a teenager, I went with Palo Alto, so lesson learned.
Yep. 11 for Palo Alto.
And look at this chart.
This chart looks kind of strange.
It's about a week-long chart, right?
Well, yeah, this is...
Take it, Brandon.
Yeah, we got Palo Alto basically flat up 0.5%, and then Lazy Boy down a big 1.6% in the red. We don't want to be in the red with our picks, so Palo Alto takes the lead
Yep.
on that one.
And look at the score at the end of this.
Yeah.
Some temporary, 7-5 for me, 5-7 for you, and identical 5-7 for the audience. So this is interesting because we hadn't gone back and done a full summary to this point. So it was kind of fun to do this, especially the first 7 videos.
I guess what I'm taking away is that you've lost your touch. So maybe you go back to olden times, back in COVID,
Yes.
COVID times when we were living in a strange world. You got a few lucky picks.
That's possible.
Investing is about today and what's happening in the modern day. What are our picks and how are they going to do? And it seems like basically since the Nike pick, I guess it's the old versus the new. That's the way. That's kind of how I view this data.
Clearly, within the last year and a half or so, everything has changed. Let's see how this plays out, Brandon. But this is fun, and I always look forward to this series because it's a bit of banter back and forth, head to head. Plus, I hope the goal here is to share with you just some different things that we look at and some tips and what have you. So yeah,
Definitely. No, thanks for compiling this up because the viewers have been asking for it for a while, and we keep saying we're going to do it, but I'm sure this took a decent amount of time for you to do. So, yeah, this is so cool to look back, and I think the fact that we have this data, we might as well monitor it and see.
I think
we did
keep
say
it
it's a 1 year, like you said, we had to put that timeline on just for the challenge, but just to track this over the next year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, however long we're doing this YouTube thing, that would be so cool because I'm just looking at this total chart, which will pop up on the screen. Hopefully you guys have gotten some good ideas, maybe some ideas to avoid, but I guess that's the name of the game with investing. I got to just say, obviously some of these picks are not ideal for me, that's for sure.
at least in the 1 year, and it does throw in a big challenge because again, we don't typically assess companies for a 1 year hold. We subscribe to the buy and hold, and a lot of these companies that that I use in the battle, I would want to buy and hold. I mean, Bosch obviously.
In fact, one other thing too is like I look. Sorry to cut you off,
Yeah.
but you look at, for example, some of the selections that I lost on, like Facebook, Meta, or Brookfield,
Amazon.
originally.
CNR.
These are stocks that I would be, in real practice, averaging down on and saying, you know
Yeah.
what, Amazon's going to drop another 30%. I'd take advantage of that and I'll buy into that. Because
absolutely, yeah.
it isn't a 1 year selling timeline for us. It's 10, 20 for me,
Yeah.
30 years.
Ooh, if I'm around that long, that'd be a real bonus. But
30 years,
30 years, nah, I don't think so.
yeah.
So we better not stretch the line out that far. But good, and like I say, this is a good exercise in how investing works.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep this series up, and we know a lot of you like watching those videos. And for those of you who are watching this for the first time, subscribe, and you'll watch as we go along here. That'll be kind of cool. And
feel free to go back. Yeah, go back and visit some of these older videos if you're curious what we said at the time, and whether it's relevant, whether it still applies, whether we were right or wrong. I think that is super cool. I mean, we should put a playlist up, but I'm sure people can just go search it up. And most importantly, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, because we constantly post these stock battles over the years, and I enjoy doing it, so I will continue to do so.
And you can't go back and vote now on the companies that have won in hindsight. Okay, it's not going to count. I'm not going to count those. I'm not going to update the votes other than the ones that we've just recently posted. Yeah, I'm going to say like a month or so I'll go in and update the votes. So
yeah.
Good.
Well, hey, I guess we can wrap up the video there.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. Drop a thumbs up if you enjoy. Let us know your thoughts. I guess you've been crowned the belt thus far.
Oh, nice.
But
I hope
now.
I hope to wear it for a long, long time. We'll see how it plays out, as always.
As always, Investing Academy is down below. If you're interested in learning about the stock market, Mark, one of our instructors. So if you like his stock picks, you'll learn all about them in there. If you don't like mine, hey, just listen to him. But no, we teach, not just stock picking. It's actually for beginners who are just starting out and need to have a well-rounded understanding of this thing, especially those who are looking to maybe switch from like let's assume you have mutual funds at the bank, and you're paying all these fees, or your advisor just flat out sucks.
Or you own a balanced fund, like I talked about it in my last video, or a couple of videos ago.
I need to catch up on that video still, but if you own a balanced fund, and for whatever reason you don't want to own the balanced fund, learn to do it yourself. You cut back on costs, so much more control if you know what you're doing. And doesn't mean you have to be a stock picker. Clearly, there's a lot of ups and downs in stock picking. You can go buy an index fund or an ETF, and that's a really, really straightforward thing to do. The event, I'd encourage you guys to still stick around. Click the link below.
May 29.
The link, it will sell out. So if you are interested in it, get on it quick. It should be an absolute blast. And we really look forward to seeing some of you guys. We've done events for our Academy students, very exclusive in the past.
Yeah.
But this is more to the public. And I know we've got a lot of viewers that, when they see us on the streets and whatnot, they're so excited and, thankful actually for the videos we've made over the years. And it's just such a blessing to do those events. I never like doing them actually, because it's just, I'm not like I don't know, I just don't like going out there.
Don't like crowds.
I'm not a huge crowd guy personally.
He got that from me. I'm not a big crowd guy either. But when you actually meet the people, it's so awesome.
When you're there and you see the people and taking photos and chatting stocks and just chatting about life, it changes everything. It's the best. So we'd love to see you guys out there if you are interested in coming. And if you're out of town, like Calgary, Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal, this summer, coming, guaranteed. That's a guarantee. But if you can make it out to Vancouver, it's a month away. So we'd love for you guys to check that out.
Good. That's a wrap, Brandon. Good luck in the next challenge.
Yeah, I'm going to get you back in the next challenge.
Okay,
but as always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And we'll see you in the next video.